Hey everybody, Chris Andersen here, and we've got another episode of Coach Cran's Corner by Cardhoarder. Today we're not going to be doing a normal lesson because the new set still isn't out Kaladesh for Standard yet on Magic Online. However, the Legacy Cube is heading out tomorrow as of the recording of this video, so I thought we'd go ahead and try to get a cube draft in. So let's get started. Alright, pack one. Let's see, so we got cards that stand out that I like to play. Planeswalkers I think are pretty good in general. So Chandra Powermaster is solid. I like Top. I like Cultivate. Nothing is like really standing out as like overly much more powerful than all the rest of the stuff. Let's go ahead and give Cultivate a try. It's good mana fixing, and I like playing green cards. Also, there's a lot of really strong like planeswalkers and stuff in this format. So being able to get those out a little early seems pretty solid. So we can stick with green and go with the opposite end at Baloth. Go for a land. The Windswept Heath is a decent land, especially if we can wheel the top. Porch is always a great card. Disfigure is just a good removal spell. Armageddon is definitely a powerful card. I think I'll just go ahead and take the Baloth, stay in green. Alright, we got some pretty good options in this pack. There's a Raging Ravine in the pack before, so green-red might be a solid option. We have access to Flametongue Kavu and Bloodbraid Elf. And Pelucranos, so a bunch of really good 4-drops in this pack. We also got a couple of 2-mana, or 2-damage 1-drop removal spells, some shocks. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Bloodbraid Elf. It's the same commitment as Flametongue Kavu at this point. I think it's the better card, although they're both are excellent. Pelucranos is really good too, though. Okay, so we got another fetch land, Arid Mesa. Play Dragonlord Jamoko. We've got the Cultivate to make that go out a little bit faster. Also another ramp spell in Farseek. I think that's the pick, the Farseek. Yeah, let's go with that. I suppose there's Gilded Lotus as well if we want to do some ridiculous rampy stuff. But yeah, I like Farseek a little bit better. Alright. So yeah, let's try this Noble Hierarch. It's another ramp spell. Gives us access to a bunch of colors. We will try like a 5-color green type of a thing if we can get some good fixing, and then just play a bunch of really powerful cards, ramp into them. What's this thing do? Yeah, this card seems really good. Okay. So we could go with a Nevinyr's Disc. Having a Wrath in green is a pretty rare effect, so that might be pretty neat. Depends on how much of our ramp is going to be like spell ramp versus creature ramp. So we've got a bunch of creature ramp. The disc is a lot worse because it'll kill off our stuff. But if we're just ramping and then we just play disc, seems like it would be pretty good. Another option, of course, is Beast Within. It's a solid removal spell. Them getting the 3/3 Beast token is a bit annoying, though. Flame Slash is also a pretty good removal spell. I think I'm going to go with the Flame Slash. It's just very efficient. So here, if we wanted to go really big, we could take the Ulamog. Also, we can just grab the Bayou for the purposes of fixing. I think I like that. Let's see. Take the Kokusho. Take Thunderbreak Regent or the Lightning Greaves. Black seems kind of rough. I don't really want any double colored cards that aren't green. It's been unfortunate. That kind of like pulls me to this route to the Lightning Greaves. I mean, which I think are okay. I think Lightning Greaves are okay. It just seems like even if it's a 6-drop in Kokusho, I don't think I want any cards in my deck that would have more than one black source that were a color requirement. Okay, so we got another couple more lands. The Den Protector. Den Protector is a decent card. I think it's the Raging Ravine, though. Already got a couple of good red cards now. And this manland is one of the best manlands, so... Next, so we could just go with the Sacred Foundry. I don't really like any of these other cards particularly. Not enough to splash any of them. So yeah, let's just have access to that for mana. If we want to be like Naya or something, it'd be a pretty good pickup to help fix our mana. Hopefully we get that Dromoka and turn around. I think we could probably play that card. Put the Lightning Greaves on that. That seems brutal. Okay, another manland. And we got those 2 bolts coming around still. The Summoning Trap. No, I don't think so. During Wildwood it is. Okay, Perforos. There's the battlefield, does 2 damage to each opponent. I don't think I'm making like tokens or anything. Anthem. I think I would rather have the Abbot or the Oust. I think it's the Oust. It's a sideboard card. I think Vraska is probably better than Bruna. I do have a Bayou, so that fixing is reasonable. Yeah, you're still making ends. Bummer's the Ulamog. What does Vraska do exactly? Damage to Vraska. Okay. 3 destroys a non-land permanent. That's not a bad ability. Okay, it's decent. Okay, so pack 2. So if we get anything spectacular, and I don't see anything off the bat. Garrett, Caller of Beasts. Just a really 6-drop. Let's see. Scavenging Ooze is solid. Duplicant is a decent creature. And Stomping Ground's a pretty great land. I don't really want to be first picking my mana. I suppose I could, but it's not. I'm not something I'm excited about for sure. Lavamancer, that card's okay. None of these cards are really spectacular. Might just be the Duplicant is my best card. I think this card's really strong. It might be Scavenging Ooze too. Let's just go with Scavenging Ooze. Okay, seems solid. I do love Mirari's Wake. Let's see, we've also got a Wooded Foothills in here. Got a Manic Vandal, which is okay. Courser Crufix is a great card, especially Bloodbraid Elf. And it's his Rabble Master. I don't want this Courser Crufix. I don't have the fetch lands for it, but that's okay. There's a lot of good cards in this pack, and I think I'll get another one. Even if I don't get access to the Wake. I don't think my deck is really doing wakey things right now. It's, I think Courser Crufix is much more in line with something I'd be interested in. There's a Thundermaw. Okay, that's pretty good. Huntmaster of the Fells, that's really good. And Overgrown Battlement, which is pretty good. A lot of good cards in this pack. Yosei is also decent, but it's got the same thing, and Grave Titan, they've got the same thing that the Kokusho had. I don't know if I want double white or double black. Thundermaw double red. Although if this deck just ends up being like green-red with a little bit of white, red-red seems fine. Actually do really like this Thundermaw. It's going to be cast on turn 4 pretty often, which seems great in this deck. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's turn inside creatures sideways. Ooh, Whisperwood Elemental. I love this card. Is that the right way to go about it, though? Whisperwood, or should I take a Wall of Blossoms? Another great card. I think this deck is going to be pretty aggressive, so Wall of Blossoms may not be the best in the world. Dark Dwellers right now, I have 3 good targets for it. Farseek, Flame Slash, Cultivate. I think I like Whisperwood Elemental better. That might just be preference, I could be wrong, but Whisperwood Elemental is one of my favorite cards. Okay, so let's see. Right now I've got 11 good cards in my deck. I need probably 23. Ooh, Xenagos. Real big fan of Xenagos. Lotus Cobra is also okay. It's a good 2-drop ramp spell. It's fragile though. And I don't have any fetch lands right now. So I think I'm just going to go with the Planeswalker. Another good option could be Grafted Wargear. This card is really, really strong. If you haven't played with it, I highly recommend giving it a try. But I think Xenagos is going to be better for our deck. Okay, so we've got the Warhammer, which might be okay. Equipment is just solid in general. It provides you with recurring threats, basically. It turns every single one of your creatures into a must-kill. It's really strong. Harmonize is also another really good one. I think that I like the Warhammer in the Bloodbraid Elf deck just a little more, though. Let's take the Bolt here. We're a little low on removal, so having access to that seems pretty good. Even if it is sorcery speed and 2 mana. A Bolt's a Bolt. Oh hey, Taiga. That's perfect, actually. Rampaging Valve's another solid 6-drop creature. But yeah, you can't get much better than Taiga. And hey, we tabled the Stomping Ground too. So our mana looks really, really good right now. One thing to note, we did only have 7 creatures in our deck by the time that Pack 2 wheeled, so that Garruk wasn't looking amazing. We've got like 2 payoff cards that are non-creatures right now. But yeah, overall this looks like a pretty solid green-red mid-range deck. Hey, Wooded Foothills. Oh, and the Wake and the Rabblemaster. Oh, Wooded Foothills is so good. It even gives us a 3rd white source. You know what? I'm going to take the Wooded Foothills. It's right or not, but it feels like it is. I think Battlement is better than Huntmaster, because we've already got a good amount of payoffs right now. And I think we'll get more in the next pack. I'm a little more concerned about having good ramp spells. Battlement definitely fits the bill. Sundering Titan might be okay. I don't really know how big of mana we're going to get to. This card definitely terrifies me, so I'm fine with just taking that. I think I'm taking this Grafted Wargear too, not playing with it, just because it's great. I could have taken the Gristlebrand as well, because that deck card is very good in one specific archetype. Yeah, and it's the Buried Alive archetype, so I guess I just take that to hedge against the passing the Gristlebrand. Okay, so there's some pretty good cards here. We got good mana on Savannah that might end up wheeling. Gaia's Cradle is incredibly strong. Probably should just take Gaia's Cradle. I do only have 8 creatures, though. That's important. Tri-Builder is more likely the more consistent card. That gives me access to 3 green ramp 2 drops, 1 green 1 drop, and a ramp plus draw spell 3 drop. So it makes my 4 drops a little better. I think Cardhoarder is the more consistent card. I'm just going to take that. Interesting stuff. Regrowth is a solid card. There's nothing amazing here, though. If I had Dark Dwellers, it would be even better. Another card I could take is Garrick Apex Predator. I do have a Bayou and a Wooded Foothills, so that I have access to 2 black sources. Could easily play 1 Swamp. I might take that if it wheels, because I have a feeling it probably won't get picked the first time around. I could take this Roast just as a solid removal spell. That's kind of what I'm thinking, actually, is the Roast. So right now I have 2 removal spells. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Rootbound Crag, that's a pretty good land. Let's see, what does Fiery Confluence do? So it could do 3 damage to all creatures, 6 damage to the face, and destroy some artifacts. That card's okay. Anything else? Primal Command. Primal Command's a good one. Mentor, no. For white cards, yeah, the Declaration is just, it's okay. Imperial Recruiter, that can get me to Corsair Griffix. Or Scavenging Ooze, nothing fantastic. I think it's the Primal Command. Need a couple more cards for payoffs. Okay, so I have a Bloodstained Mire, which is a pretty good card. A ramp spell in Wood Elves, and a payoff in Vorinclex. Now I have like 3 or 4 good payoffs. Nothing huge though. End up taking the Bloodstained Mire. I could also take Zealous Conscripts. That card's fine. I think it might be the Bloodstained Mire. Right now I have 18 cards, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 picks to make. So I need like 5 more picks. I think I can get 5 more picks, so Bloodstained Mire seems great. Ooh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, there's so many great cards in this pack. What do I do? Like, am I going to pass the Lightning Bolt? Am I really going to do that? I mean, Dragonlord of Tarka wins games on its own. And then here we have a Garrick Relentless as well as one of the best Planeswalkers. For green. Tireless Tracker is great, having just took a second fetch land. And I have Bloodbraid Elf, so the Tracker seems amazing. Dragonlord of Tarka just wins games. I think I'm taking the Tracker. I'm taking Tracker over Lightning Bolt and Dragonlord of Tarka. I think I'll wheel one of these. Not the Bolt, that's for sure. It might wheel a Tarka. I might wheel Orin Viper. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think this is an easy Fyndhorn Elves. I suppose I could take an Overgrown Tomb, but I already have a Bayou, so I'm not too worried about that. Lava Claw reaches as a nice man land, but I don't think I'm going to go too... I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play black. If I do, it'll only be like the 3 sources. Bloodstained Mire, basically with the Bayou, easily lets me get green and the Taiga. So that essentially is a green-red fetch land. But yeah, Fyndhorn Elves is a pretty easy pick here, I think. Okay, so I could pick a Domri Raid, which, like, on first impression seems like it would be a Windmill Slam, but under closer inspection, I realized that I only have 11 creatures in my deck. I probably want more like 16 to make Domri Raid really good. Alternatively, I could take a 3rd fetch land. Should be good with the Courser. I could take a Seal of Fire if I wanted another removal spell. I could take a Solid Pride Mage if I was looking for artifact or enchantment removal, which I don't believe I have. I want the Misty. I'm going to take Misty. It's possible I might be valuing these lands a little too high, but I don't think so. Wolfir Silverheart's a really good payoff. That card is gigantic. Avacyn's another really good one, but I don't have ways of killing creatures on command of my own other than Tri-Builder. And white is a little bit tough. I think it's Wolfir Silverheart. Alternatively, it could be Sylvan Advocate. That card's really good. But I kind of like another large payoff, and this definitely fits the bill. Let's see. Hellriders. It's interesting. I don't know how important a card like that would be in this deck, but like the other option is Marsh Flats, which gives me red off of Sacred Foundry and green off of Bayou, which is a bit loose. So yeah, let's go with Hellrider. Regrowth. How good would a regrowth be right now? Regrowth Primal Command. That doesn't really do much. I don't think I can make any like loops or anything. Bloodbraid Elf, it's a thing. Greater Gargadon people, but I think I like all of my permanents for the most part. And then like Xenagos tokens. Other option, I could go with the Mana Gorger Hydra. Oh, it looks like I got into him. Gotta be faster. Rootbound Crag. No white cards by the looks of things. Let's go with the ramp spell. And hey, we got a Tarka. Great. Sunpetal Grove, Scroll Rack. Let's go with Scroll Rack. And Serendipity Fruit. Okay, cool. We got a pretty solid draft deck here. Don't really need Scroll Rack in my deck. Alright, so I think we did most of the building as we drafted. This looks solid. So I don't want to play white cards in this deck. It doesn't really do much. So I guess it's just green and red. The Bayou is good enough as a forest, basically, because Bloodstained Mire. I suppose it's pretty free to play Vraska the Unseen as well, if that's something I'm interested in. I'm not so sure she does very much, though. Her plus is pretty weak. Her minus is very strong, but it's narrow. It only kills things. I don't know, maybe it's good enough. Let's give her a try. I think it's worth a try. Slash Brave Scavenging Ooze. How many creatures am I playing? 15? 15's a good number. Got Farseek, a Roast, and a Flow. I like my removal. It's pretty tall as far as red removal goes. A Roast doing 5 damage, Flame Slash dealing 4 damage. One of the drawbacks to only having access to red removal is that some creatures are a lot harder to kill. But hopefully we'll be in okay shape because of the Roasts. Warhammer, I'm a pretty big fan of. Cultivate. Play 1 Swamp in this because of Tri-Builder and Cultivate. That seems reasonable. Xenagos is basically a creature. I don't think I want to play Hellrider. That card just doesn't really appeal to the style of deck we're building here, basically. Also, there's 32 cards in this main deck, minus 8 lands, so that means we have 24 cards. We'll probably need to make one more cut at this point. I'll put that Xenagos there just so that I can make all that thing. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so we'll just do this. Is 16 lands okay if we're gonna have 2 like Fyndhorn Elf, Noble Hierarch, Tri-Builder, Wood Elves, Cultivate, Farseek? Like there are a lot of ramp spells in this deck. I feel like 16 lands might even just be fine. Tracker seems great in this deck. I'm actually really happy with that Tracker pick, and super stoked that Atarka came back around on the wheel. 3 fetch lands? Yeah, 3 fetch lands. It's really good with the Courser Crucifix as well. Lightning Greaves Wolfir Silverheart also seems pretty crazy. Let's go with... I like this Vraska. I think it's a good compliment. Oh, that's cool. If we can ultimate a Vraska and put a Warhammer on it, then they are trample creatures that kill your opponent. So they have to like block with 4 toughness. Neat. Prom Command could get a Tarka. That's good. You know what? I'm going to play this deck with 16 lands in it. I think we could do it. I really do. We've got Wood Elves. We got Courser, Crowfix, Secure Tribe Elder. Whole bunch of shuffles. I think it seems absolutely fine. So we'll want 1 forest. We want... How many mountains do we want? Maybe I just cut the Thundermaw Hellkite, because it's like... Because of red? Is that right? Thundermaw Hellkite seems really powerful, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red cards after we cut the Thundermaw, and they all require 1 red. Let's see how many red sources I have in my deck already, right? All of these are red except the Bayou. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we put 2 red, 8, and 9 red sources. That seems okay. A little low for red 3. I guess if we have access to Cultivate and Wood Elves, though, and Farseek and all those Sakura Tribe Elder, lots of other things, it's pretty easy to deal with. Let's go with this. And 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, green, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green sources. Should be good. Okay. Oh, this is 15 land. We need 1 more. Add another forest. Yep, add another forest. Okay, let's see how this deck does.